Hello and welcome to Hack-ccessible. My name is Amy and I will be one of your coaches this weekend. You can follow me on my social medias that you can see on the slide there. Speaking of socials, make sure that you are following along with us at all of our MLH socials as well that are on the screen. And if you are sharing what you're getting up to this weekend, make sure to use hashtag Hack-ccessible so we can see everything you're getting up to. So speaking of who's going to be here this weekend, well, you've got myself, but we also have Fauzia and Mania helping out this weekend, so definitely say hi to them when they appear this weekend. Now, we are really excited about all the conversations and projects that could be coming up this weekend with this accessibility themed hackathon, but just remember, whatever you're building, we want you to focus on having fun. That's what we're all here for. Now, a great place to get started this weekend is to head over to our MLH Discord if you're not already in there. It's full of all sorts of people, but particularly the MLHers. So if you've got any questions, we're all there ready to lend you a hand. And we also post reminders about mini events and workshops and things that are coming up over the weekend. So it's just generally a great place to be. Also, make sure that you are getting signed up. It's not too late to get signed up, so if you haven't yet, head over to hackp.ac/hack-ccessible. And whilst you're getting signed up, also remember to check in. This makes sure, most importantly, that you'll get your awesome MLH swag from us. But speaking of MLH, what even is that? If you're a first-time hacker, you're probably thinking, what is Amy going on about? So let's have a look. So MLH stands for Major League Hacking, and we are the global hacker community, and it is our mission to empower hackers across the globe. We have events happening in the US, in the EU, we are rapidly expanding into APAC, and of course we have all of our amazing digital events too. There are over 135,000 hackers making up our community, just like you. And for a lot of them, it'll be their first hackathon this weekend. So if this is you, let us know, reach out, and welcome to our amazing community. And what's more, by being at some of our Major League Hacking events, you will be earning points for your school in our season-long contest and ranking. And if you're wanting to get more points, get your friends involved, get attending other events, other member events, local hack days, our workshops. Everything will increase the points that you have got. So, what are we doing for the next 48 hours? Well, they are jam-packed with activities that I'm going to run through for you now. First of all, we have some amazing workshops happening this weekend, so if you're wanting to improve your skills, definitely check these out. First up, we have Fauzia running Intro to Python Part 1 at 8 AM Pacific. Should be great if you're thinking about using Python in your hacks this weekend. I would definitely attend that workshop. And then a little later on, Elizabeth will be showing you how to build a blockchain taco shop with Arc.io. That'll be at 10 AM Pacific. So definitely check that out too. And if you're still wanting to work on your Python, Michael will be running through part 2 of our Intro to Python workshop. That will be at 4 PM Pacific. But it's not just working and coding, there are also some fun mini events for you to get involved with. First of all, we have our Hacker Hangouts. These are just a great place to hang out and meet other hackers, chat to some people, have a good time. They're really relaxed. There'll be a coach there. And we have them at various times throughout the weekend, so there should definitely be one that you're able to attend. We also have Scribble.io happening this weekend, so that'll be on Saturday at 9:30 PM Pacific. And then one that I'm particularly looking forward to, Hannah, another one of our amazing MLH coaches, is running an American Sign Language workshop this weekend. So definitely pop along to that. That'll be on Saturday at 10 AM Pacific. We will also be running a Design for a Cause mini event this Saturday. So I know we have a lot of sort of really creative and artistic people in our community. So definitely pop along to that one and get a break from coding for the weekend. That'll be Saturday, 11:30 AM Pacific time. And finally, we will be running our US Air Force Cybersecurity Challenges. That will be today at 3 PM Pacific. So come along and test out your cyber skills. And what's more, everyone who participates this weekend will receive an MLH and Capital One face mask along with all your other stickers and swags you get. So make sure that you are checked in, like I said at the start, to make sure that we can get that sent out to you. So you sat there, you're ready to start hacking, but you need some tools to do that. Don't worry, we have you covered. First of all, our current university and graduate students in North America and Europe have access to our free Google Cloud credits of up to $100 worth. Visit the link that you can see there. Contact an MLHer if you need any help redeeming that, but that's a great place to get started. And once you have those credits, you're probably going to want something to host with them. So we've got you covered with domain.com. You can access a free .tech domain for 1 year with domain privacy included. If you've got any problems with activation this weekend, just reach out to an MLHer, and that'll be using code Sunshine21. Then we also, if you don't fancy the .tech domain, we've also got our Godaddy Registry domains, so you can get a free year of .co, .biz, .us, .study or .courses domain. This will also give you access to their drag and drop website builder for 3 months, which would be a great way to just get a website get a website made for your hack this weekend, show it all off to all of your friends. The prize for the Godaddy Registry category is only for APAC, but the code can be used for everyone throughout this weekend, so make sure you are jumping on that, and we've got the code MLHCES. Now, I've talked about a lot of software related things, but what if you're really into hardware like me? Well, don't worry, our friends at DigiKey have you covered. They will be sponsoring a prize this weekend, and the prize you can enter if you've made something with physical hardware, but if you don't have any hardware, that's totally cool as well. We also accept emulators and Alexa skills and other things that are sort of hardware focused but without the physical hardware. And by entering, you could end up earning yourself some hardware to use in a future hackathon. Then we also have our friends at Linode. They want you to use any of their wide array of cloud products to take your hack to that next level. Linode allows you to accelerate innovation with their simple and affordable Linux cloud solutions and services. And attendees in our APAC region will be eligible to win a Raspberry Pi 4 starter kit if you win their challenge. And we also have, as always, our amazing Draw an Octocat, Win an Octocat competition. So all you have to do is draw Mona, the Octocat, GitHub's mascot in any way you like, physical or digital. Tweet a picture of it to @GitHubEducation and @MLHacks, and make sure that you are using the hashtags MyOctocat and Hack-ccessible to make sure we can find it. So there is a summary of the prizes this weekend. They are also on our dev post, which I will link later in this talk. But yeah, if you need them, they'll be at the dev post the whole weekend. So what else are we doing this weekend? Well, we also have the GitHub Student Developer Pack. This is great. If you are a student and you've got a student email address, you can get signed up for free and you get access to enterprise and pro level software and services. And they're not just for code either. I particularly love the Canva Pro membership you get as part of the developer pack. That's the one that I use a lot. And also, maybe if you're newer to coding or you fancy trying out something you haven't worked with before, we also have our Hackathon starter kit. So go over to hackp.ac/learn to grab one of our starter kits. And finally, if you are looking for either some internships or possible graduate jobs, make sure that you are heading over to our career lab. We have partners all over the world that are wanting to work with hackers just like you. So what else do you need to know? Well, we have some special prizes just for Hack-ccessible this weekend. First of all, we have the best inclusivity hack. So if you're building something that is awesome and inclusive, you could be in with a chance of winning some smart power plugs. And we also have our building bridges hack. So if you use technology to bring people together this weekend, you could be in with a chance of having us donate $200 to a charity of your choice. So there's again a summary of the prizes for Hack-ccessible this weekend. But even if you don't win a prize, everyone who demos this weekend will receive a customized I demoed sticker. This will be the only time you can get them, limited edition. So make sure that you are submitting. And on that note, we want everyone to submit. We're constantly excited by the work that you all complete. And we want to see what you've worked on, regardless of the progress you have made. So I've convinced you now to make a demo, but what should you have in that demo? Well, first of all, it needs a demo video, maximum of 2 minutes. We want to see what you have made this weekend. Now remember, this video needs to be created this weekend, otherwise you will be disqualified. And also, if you work on an old project, we need to know exactly what you worked on this weekend specifically, and that is the part that we will judge. And finally, we need to have a link to a public code repo, not a private one, otherwise we can't see your work and see all the amazing progress you've made this weekend. Now, to get the full submission requirements and to see all the prizes I've mentioned, you can head over to our dev post page, hack-ccessible.devpost.com. Also, I'll be posting this in the Discord, so don't worry, you can grab it there as well. So some key dates and times for you. Hacking starts today, it starts now. You can get started on your project. Then we need your project on DevPost by 5 AM Pacific, 8 AM Eastern on Sunday. And then we begin judging 2 hours after that. And as long as you have something on DevPost by then, we will consider your project this weekend. Now, we've talked about all the amazing stuff happening this weekend. Let's move over to a more serious topic. MLH hackathons are a safe space for everyone. And by being at this event, you're agreeing to our code of conduct. And you should read it, and you can read it at the link there, mlh.io/code of conduct. But to summarise it here, you need to be respectful. Harassment and abuse of any kind is not tolerated. Particularly at digital events, it's important to remember that there is a human on the other side of that screen, that boundaries exist, and people may not want to connect with you online or on social media without your permission, and that's totally okay. And also remember that people aren't going to be ignoring you if they don't reply immediately. They might be in a different time zone, or they might just be away from their phone. So give them time to get to your message, get to any questions. And if at any point this weekend you have an issue, speak to one of us. We want you to have an amazing time. And if you can't find any of us, you can email incident@mlh.io, or if you go to the link on the slide, there will be a phone number for the region you are hacking from. So with all that being said, I do hope you have an incredible time here at Hack-ccessible and can't wait to see all of your incredible projects. Hello everyone, can you hear me? Someone let me know in the chat if I'm coming through loud and clear. Hello, anybody? Fabulous. So like I said, welcome to Hack-ccessible. I'm Amy. Yeah, if you've got any questions, pop them either in the chat wherever you're watching, or I have the Discord open as well. You can jump into Hack-ccessible. I'll start going through some questions that were asked whilst the slides were going. But yeah, any questions about this weekend, let me know and I will do my best to answer them. So first of all, one that I spotted, can you still register for the hackathon? You absolutely can. I'll pop this link in the chat. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit so you can actually see what's happening. Right, I'll pop the link to register. Ooh, my mouse is having a bit of trouble in the Hack-ccessible chat, but you can also reach this by just typing in hack-p.ac/hack-ccessible and you'll come up to it. As well, this is also a good site for finding links to sign up to the workshops, the mini events, and just generally see all of the activities happening this weekend. I'll open this. So let's have a look. We've got, yes, you can still register. How's it going? I'm great. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. We've got a couple of people saying that this is going to be their first hackathon. If that is you, welcome. If there's anything you need, you can always reach out on the Discord to any of us. We're a friendly bunch, so don't be scared to reach out. This is a good question. If people haven't formed a team yet, we really recommend that you do. You can, of course, still enter just as yourself, just without a team, but we think that it's much more fun if you are part of a team. So a great place to do this is on our Hack-ccessible dev post. So again, I'll pop the link in the chat, but it's hack-ccessible.devpost.com in there. But if you come over to the dev post, and then yours will look slightly different. You make sure you'll have registered. There'll be a button to do that. And then if you come over to this participants tab, you'll see, well, first of all, you can see everyone who's already signed up to the hackathon. But then if you put looking for teammates, and make sure that if you're looking for teammates, you set yourself to be looking for them. But then you can see all of these lovely people that are still looking for teammates. And as well, people are listing sort of their skills, what they're interested in, a little bio sometimes. So you can see, you know, if you're really wanting to work on a website this weekend, you know, you could possibly look for someone who's got skills in HTML and JavaScript. So that is a great place to find teammates for this weekend. Like I said, you don't have to be part of a team, but we think it's more fun if you are. This was a good question. What are Hacker Hangouts? I also thought this was a fantastic question. Hacker Hangouts are what they sound like. You just hang out with other hackers. When they happen, they go down in the Hack-ccessible voice channels, and they're just a chance to sort of hang out, meet some new people, have a break from hacking. Yeah, really chill, really casual. There'll be an MLH there as well. But definitely recommend that you pop along to one of them. They're at sort of completely different times throughout the weekend. So hopefully there's one that works for whatever time zone, sleep schedule you are on. What else have we got? How to join the Discord? Discord is MLH, discord.mlh.io or other way around. I believe that Discord links are like that. Yes, they are. Discord.mlh.io, you'll get straight over to the Discord. Right, I'll cover this one on the Discord now while I'm seeing it. Is it compulsory to publicly host our project? Can we just post our code in a public repo and not demo it? So, if you are wanting to sort of enter, have a valid entry, you need to have your code as part of a public repo. In terms of sort of having it hosted, you don't have to have it, on a website that's active. And in terms of demoing it, you have to have a video that we can watch. So a lot of people will either upload them to YouTube as an unlisted video and give us the link. When I do them, I tend to upload them to Vimeo. But yeah, so you don't have to have it sort of publicly on a YouTube channel. It just needs to be somewhere that we can see your video, sort of showing us what you've made. And yeah, you just need your public repo. Right, we'll jump back to the live streams for a second. This is an interesting one. So what is the problem statement? So some people might not know what this means. So some hackathons will have a very specific problem statement. I know one I attended was, we want you to make something that will make city life better for students. And sort of every project had to be themed around that. That's not the case with MLH ones. You can make whatever you like. Every week we have a theme to try and inspire you. So this week it is Hack-ccessible. And if you see, can I zoom in on this one as well? Let's have a look. There we go. So our event description, it's all about accessibility. So either making tech and products and hacks that are accessible for people with different abilities, different disabilities, or making, an app that supports a particular community. Yeah, so sort of accessible tech, ally tech, all those sort of good things. And if we go back to the dev post and look at the prizes, we have our sort of weekend specific hacks this weekend, prize category, sorry. So we've got inclusivity hacks, so that's promoting diversity and inclusion. So, say you're making something that really supports transforming, an overlay on a website to help someone who is colorblind, something like that. And then we've also got the building bridges hack. So that is using technology to bring together two possibly distinct groups. So they're sort of the ones if you're wanting sort of the really sort of hackathon specific. This is also a great question. What on earth is a hackathon? So a hackathon is this. You are at a hackathon. Welcome. A hackathon is just normally a sort of 24 to 48 hour event where a load of techie inclined people get together and make some cool stuff. As simple as it is, that's probably the easiest way to tell you what a hackathon is. So yeah, it's just sort of a group of people getting together, spend some time making a cool project. With MLH ones, we also have workshops. So back on this page, we've got our different workshops, so you can maybe learn something new. Got some mini events, so you can maybe meet someone new. But yeah, it's just sort of having fun, coding, making, learning, all that good stuff. Oh, Mr. William Russell has appeared. Hello, Will, if you want to join in. Oh, but you're in meetings, aren't you? Pop in StreamYard if you want. I'll not kick you out. Right, I'm going to jump over to Discord. Yep, just answer that. How do we get started? Oh, with a hackathon. I think I already answered that one, so that's all good. Google credits. You should have gotten an email, hopefully, saying that you are getting Google Cloud credits this weekend. If not, reach out to me throughout the weekend. But yeah, if you've got any other questions, either pop them in the chat wherever you're watching us, or me, I should say, or pop them in the Ask Hack-ccessible channel on the Discord. For anyone just joining, this is a great question again. If you need teammates, if you pop over to our dev post, hack-ccessible.devpost.com, go to participants, go down to where the filters are, where it says teams, select looking for teammates. And these are all of the lovely people that are still looking for teammates for Hack-ccessible. So you can read a bit about them, what they're interested in, and make sure that you set your team settings to looking for teammates as well, so that other people can find you. Yep, so it's only the .tech domains. So I'll show you that one. So again, if you go to hackp.ac / I think it's just domain, not domains. Yeah. So you'll say that you're participating in a Major League Hacking event, and you can get yourself a .tech domain for a year free. Definitely check that out. So yeah, we've got that. Oh, we've got more questions. How do you create a demo for your project? Excellent question. So you make a video pretty much. You make a video sort of, ideally sort of showing us what you've made. So, if it's a website, host it locally and show us the website. Click through it, talk us through what it does. If you've made an application, again, sort of run it on your computer, record your screen, show us what you've done. I'm going to give me 1 second. I'm going to find a really good video that one of our other, I can't talk and type at the same time. A video, one of our other MLH coaches called Jack. You probably know her. She is the leader of a Blahage gang. Jack made, helping you make a really good submission, and in that she'll cover sort of how to make a good demo video. So yeah, definitely check out Jack's video. A really good place to start, and a really good thing from another MLH coach. Can I make something that is not in the accessibility theme? Of course you can. So like we said, we want you to have fun at these events. You don't have to. The themes are more sort of to get people inspired, particularly if, you might not have an idea one weekend. So yeah, you can make something that's not within the accessibility theme. It's just sort of there to inspire you and get your creative juices flowing. How many teammates are needed? You don't technically need teammates. You can enter just by yourself, but we think it's more fun if you are in a team, but you don't need one. So don't worry about that. You can't access those Hack-ccessible channels, not to worry. So you should be in the MLH Discord. If you go to getting started, you'll see our rules. So yeah, if you react with, I think, do you need to react? I don't think you need to react with anything, actually. There we go. This is the one you need to do. So you need to react to the rules. And then if you scroll down to our Hack-ccessible channels, and go to the Hack-ccessible check-in, you need to react with this react here. Don't sort of search for a new one, just click that one to make sure it's working. And then it's just got up, hopefully that was you. Then the rest of the channels should appear for you. Can you submit if your projects are incomplete? Of course you can. You can submit sort of however much you've got. We just want to see what you've worked on. We're not really bothered about if you've made the most intense project ever and you spent 48 hours straight coding. In fact, we would highly recommend you did it to spend 48 hours straight coding. So yeah, submit what you've made. We want to see everything you have worked on. Do we need a Hackathon? You know what? We possibly do. I mean, we had Shark Hacks. We could possibly make it into Blahage Hacks, and then, you know, you never know. You might need a Hackathon. I'm sure Jack would love that. Obviously, she would have to work that hackathon as well. So similar thing, if your projects aren't completed in time, we don't have any particular expectations. Let us know sort of what you've made. Quite often, you know, people don't get as far as they wanted, possibly because they were a bit over ambitious. We just want to see what you've worked on, regardless of how much progress you feel you've made. You've probably made more than you... We'll probably think you've made more progress than you think you have, if that makes sense. What is Hack-ccessible? Hack-ccessible is this weekend's hackathon. That is what Hack-ccessible is. So every week at the moment, MLH runs a hackathon with a punny name. This week's is all about accessibility, so it's called Hack-ccessible. So it's our MLH hackathon this weekend. So yeah, remember, if you've got any questions, either pop them in the chat wherever you're watching right now, if you're watching live, that is, or pop them in the Ask Hack-ccessible channel on Discord. Whatever you feel like. I'm trying to convince JP to make us a bunny hacks. If you don't know, JP is one of the full-time members of staff. He's sort of head of the coaches, and he has 2 bunnies now that he's rescued. One's called Dolce, and I think the other one's called Banana. They're extremely cute, and I think that we need a bunny hacks. And I think that Dolce and Banana need to be guest stars on the stream. What is the coupon code for domain.com? So if you go into this frequent questions channel, this should have things like what our codes are for the weekend. So if we scroll up, see, how do I get a free domain with domain.com? I'll zoom in a bit more. So this weekend's code for domain.com is sunshine21. If instead you're looking at a domain at Godaddy Registry, it's MLHCES. But yeah, sort of codes and links are also in the frequent questions. So you can always check there, particularly if the MLHers are busy working on something else. You might get an answer quicker looking there. You are welcome, Sam. Thank you for the thank you. Someone can't understand my English accent. I'll speak a little bit slower for you. Yeah, I get that quite a lot. Some people in England struggle to understand my English accent because I'm from the northeast. You're completely new to Hackathon and projects. Welcome, welcome. How should you start with one? Think of an idea, possibly get a team, and then get going. One particular thing that can be really useful is, I'm not sure what the particular Let me just jump over to the MLH website. So we have Hackathon starter packs. So if you are sort of new to coding, or you're new to a particular sort of language that you want to learn, we have various sort of starter packs. Let's have a little look. Here we go. I'll pop the link in I'll put it in a reply to you. So hack.mlh.io/learn. And then we have different starter kits. So these are sort of frameworks to get you sort of up and running with various things. So you can have a look through them. Let's have a look. You can't see the Hack-ccessible channel in Discord. So first of all, if you scroll up to the information and get started, make sure that you follow sort of everything here. So the rules that you need to follow. So agree to the rules. So if we go to rules, if you react with the check mark, then you should get access to other channels. You should be able to see the Hack-ccessible check-in channel once you're here. React with the little guide dog react, and then all of these channels should also appear. Thank you, you're very welcome. So how do you use Godaddy Registry? So once you register your domain, you're sort of free to use whatever hosting you want. So whether that is Google Cloud or you want to host it with GitHub Pages, yeah, you can do sort of whichever you like. But with our Godaddy code, you also get access to their drag and drop website builder. Oh, that's opened in the wrong web browser. You should also be getting sort of 3 months access to. This is not going to pop up here because you need to do it once you've sort of retrieved your domain. But so yeah, if you're sort of new to websites, you can also use their website builder to help you out. Where'd it go? There we go. Where do you demo your hacks? That is a good question. So you will demo them on a site called DevPost. So this is DevPost here. You can find it as hack-ccessible.devpost.com. That is tiny and you can't see it. But we'll be posting it sort of throughout the weekend. In fact, it may also be, there we go. It's also in the frequently asked questions. But yeah, so you do it on DevPost. So obviously yours will look slightly different because you're not running the hackathon, but there will be a button saying start submission or start demo, something like that. Start a project possibly. Yeah, and it guides you through their sort of text boxes to fill in, and it tells you sort of what to upload. But yeah, you upload sort of a written description of what you've made and also a video. So a video sort of 2 minutes or less showing us what you've made this weekend. You'll link your public code repo there as well. And yeah, it's really clear once you sort of start the submission, it sort of guides you through. And if when you're going through it, you still got any questions, again, you can sort of reach out on DevPost. Am I a hacker? I am a hacker. I think the majority of us coaches were all involved in hackathons before we became coaches. So yeah, I attended my first hackathon, I want to say 2017 was my first year at uni. That sounds about right. So yeah, I attended my first hackathon then. I've attended many, many more since. I helped create or helped run, DurHack, which is my Durham University hackathon. So yes, I am a hacker as well as a coach, and the majority of us are, if not all of us. So yeah, definitely we love getting involved as well. You cannot work for 24 hours straight, programmers at a hackathon. As I said, I wouldn't recommend that. Sleep, very important. So, often you can sort of sleep and wake up with the answer to a problem, but I can't control how much you sleep at a hackathon. I'm sure many people will agree with you on that. So yeah, any other questions about Hack-ccessible specifically, hackathons in general, anything like that? So to the person who is following these steps, If you ask in Hack-ccessible and I'll help you on Discord once this is over, that might be sort of the easiest way to go about it. Hopefully you've got access to the Ask MLH channel, so you can pop it in there. But yeah, sort of hang around for another couple minutes, see if anyone has any more questions. And if not, you can go and get started, hacking started. You can go work on your project. What's the judging criteria? Good question. So if you, again, go over to our handy dandy dev post, and scroll down. This wasn't what I'm looking for. There we go. Sorry. So if you're on Hack-ccessible's dev post, hack-ccessible.devpost.com, and are on the overview tab and scroll down, you see all of our judging criteria. So yeah, all there. How can I choose a project that I can work on as I don't know what to do and what not to do? You know what, that sort of comes with experience. It might be that you start something and you find it quite difficult and you don't make as much progress as you thought you might. But that's totally cool. You can sort of let us know that as well. That's part of your learning. But you can also go into the event support ticket. And if you're sort of wanting to reach out to one of our mentors, if you react with the little laptop react, you'll get a ticket opened with one of our mentors and they can help guide you as well. Yeah, for some people, I'm definitely more productive at weekends or at hackathons, absolutely. Someone tries to pause it on YouTube. Nope, I am live. If you're watching it as I'm live, I'm live. How can you get access to the Intro to Python event? So you've completed the forms and registered for the event. You should be all set then. Check your emails for a link. Let's have a look. These are usually either ran on stream or in a Zoom call. So yeah, check your emails, see if you've got an email, check your spam in case it's ended up in there or your junk folder. But yeah, there should be a link and we'll probably be posting something in the announcements channel on the Discord before it begins too. Is it mandatory to build something to be part of the hackathon? So if you are wanting to have a valid submission, so you're wanting, to sort of appear on the dev post, get the stickers and the face mask, you need to make something this weekend. But, if you just sort of want to hang out in the chat and spend the weekend learning, absolutely you can do that. But yeah, if you're sort of wanting to be sort of entered into the hackathon and get all of the swag, then yes, you need to make something. But it looks like the questions are starting to peter out. But yeah, if you've got questions at any other point over the weekend, you can always pop them in, ask Hack-ccessible at any time, and MLH will get to it at some point and hopefully help you out. Or if you're watching this recorded and I'm no longer live, then you can. But yeah, that looks like we're sort of swag. What a great statement. Everyone loves the hackathon swag. Oh, swag, is it just the US or is it everywhere in the world? It is everywhere. The only times that it sort of wouldn't count is if you've entered a category that is not open to your region. So it is so yeah, if you look sort of something like this, the Godaddy Registry prize, that would only be sent to APAC, but then we only pick a winner that should be eligible. So yeah, only enter these categories if you are hacking from that region. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the prize. But everyone gets stickers, gets a little envelope, get your mask. It might take a while to get to you, but don't worry, it will be on its way. So yeah, I think that's sort of everything that's going on for now. Is it okay that you don't know much about coding? Absolutely, that is totally fine. You can learn whilst you're here. And has the hacking period started? It has. Hacking has already started, so it would have started at the same time as, what am I trying to say? The same time as this live stream started. So that's 3 p.m. UK time. I'm not good at converting between all of the time zones in my head. But yeah, about 42 minutes ago, hacking started if you're live with me right now. So yeah, you don't have to know tons about coding, just sort of work with what you've got, learn something new. A lot of people, their first experience coding at all will be at a hackathon. So definitely you're in the right place. But yeah, it looks like sort of questions are running down. I've been talking at you for a very long time. So I will let you all go and enjoy your hackathon. So yeah, Hack-ccessible. If you need anything help throughout the weekend, again, reach out on the Discord. Yeah, happy hacking. Hope everyone enjoys their weekend, and I'll see you all in Discord. See you later.